The Libyan government's sovereign wealth fund could become another casualty of the American financial behemoth Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay?
While the bank is being investigated by the U.S. government for its role in the 2008 mortgage crisis, reports have also surfaced that it lost 98% of AAA's money it was handling roughly $1 billion 3 years ago. But as RT's Marina Portnay reports from New York, the bankers are hardly concerned.
Long before the U.S. led airstrikes against Libya's Muammar Gaddafi, the dictator and one of America's most profitable banks were firm financial friends in 2008.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay?
According to the Wall Street Journal, Goldman Sachs offered Gaddafi the chance of becoming a huge shareholder, only after losing 98% of Libya's $1.3 billion sovereign wealth fund in just a few months. Goldman Sachs is currently being investigated for playing a major role in the 2008 financial crisis.
They lost a staggering percentage. I don't know how you lose 98% of something. It was a bet on options on European banks and energy companies whose stocks plunged shortly thereafter. But in any case, clearly they saw a gold mine.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay?
A crisis that cost Americans, millions of them, their jobs, homes, and life savings.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay?
When the fund, controlled by Colonel Gaddafi, nearly emptied, Goldman ponied up offers to recoup losses. According to the Journal, Libya would get $5 billion worth of Goldman shares in return for making a $3.7 billion investment in the securities firm. Libya agreed to buy the bank's debt with the promise of a lucrative annual 6% return for 20 years. Libyan sovereign wealth fund officials are reportedly accusing Goldman of misrepresenting investment deals and making trades without proper authorization. But others proudly admit playing fast and loose with Gaddafi's money. American real estate and reality show tycoon Donald Trump boasts that he lied to and deceived the Libyan leader in the past.
I rented him a piece of land. He paid me more for one night than the land was worth for the whole year or for 2 years. And then I didn't let him use the land. That's what we should be doing.
Was that over in New Jersey?
I don't want to use the word screw, but I screwed.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay?
Goldman knew it was about to head into a nosedive. And there they were selling these Libyans a piece of junk, which was themselves.
Just say I couldn't be more honored to serve the president-elect. I've had the opportunity to work with him through the campaign.
You got to have a problem there, folks. I mean, we have a problem.
Now, critics say the Libyan people stand to get screwed by Wall Street.
Trump's comments were very interesting in terms of the attitude that American executives and American officials have towards other countries. They're there to be screwed. And he said it publicly, and he advocated it as a policy.
You got to have a problem there, folks. I mean, we have a problem.
Due to frozen assets and financial sanctions imposed by the U.S., Europe, and the United Nations, Libya's sovereign wealth fund could arguably be forgotten about, unless one of the world's top financial firms is held accountable.
Americans have been demanding that for years without any success. Can Gaddafi achieve what the American people and the American government can't or won't achieve? I don't think so. I think that they're going to get away with this, big billion-dollar boondoggle with Libya, just as they've done it with America.
Goldman Sachs is currently being investigated for playing a major role in the 2008 financial crisis, a crisis that cost Americans, millions of them, their jobs, homes, and life savings.
And Florida-based investment banker Bernie Dorman says the bank's Libyan deals could be a part of a bigger con.
When you have 2% of the world oil supply, you become a target, and the sovereign nation funds have been the primary target of some of the biggest investment banks worldwide. And our sources tell us they have good evidence that the bankers were told that the materials they were selling in the sovereign nation funds were truly bad assets. They knew they were bad assets, and they were moving them off their account and putting them on the accounts of Libya, Norway, and Iceland. And that's a crime.
While a military conflict currently divides the U.S. and Libya, uniting citizens of both countries is the financial gain Wall Street has made at their expense.
Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs, okay? You got to have a problem there, folks. I mean, we have a problem.